Good morning, everyone. It's a bit dull. Let me put the light on again. That's a bit better. Okay. Couple of quick updates, really. Where is it? There it is. I sewed the big ribbons, so they're all stitched on now. Sorry, I just can't get it all in screen. The velvet was a nightmare, as velvet is. It makes everything creep. Everything sort of slides off. So, but it's all securely on now. So. I've got to decide what I'm going to do with this. I don't know. Like I said, I think it could be some bags or, I don't know, a journal cover maybe. I'm not sure about a journal cover because it'd have to go that way. Yeah, no, it'd probably be bags. So I just thought I'd update you on that. It didn't take too long. I don't know, I didn't time it. Probably half an hour. And I stitched all in one direction because... I knew the velvet would probably creep, which it did. So maybe, yeah. Anyway, it's all on now. Did some just simple zigzag stitch and obviously the lace and that. So, yeah, so that's all done. I've just got to decide what I'm going to do with it, really. So let's just chuck that over there. I still haven't found that fabric with the tags and that. I've no idea. I'm sure it'll turn up. So anyway, yesterday afternoon, I sat and stitched these little mini, I don't know, what would you call them? Mini montages things anyway, because what I like to do is put them in the window cards. Okay, so this is one that I've just chopped out there, little birdie, which is quite cute. And these, you know, these are very popular. So it's just a little bit of, it was actually a printed fabric, so I chopped the bird out and I'd stuck it onto, what's it called? Hang on. This stuff, I can never remember its name. Heat and Bond Light. Okay, brilliant stuff. I mean, it really is the best. It's much better than Bond Web, although I have got both, but that stuff is awesome. So stuck... ironed this image onto Bond Web, cut it out, and then I had a little bit of green that I, you know, a little bit of fabric. I keep a box with all my, sorry, backwards and forwards, all my offcuts that are, have the Bond Web light on the back. I keep a box full of it, you know, if there's bits left over from stuff I've done, I don't know, but anyway, so I keep a box of that, and then I can use it for little things like the twig there. So just pop that on the floor. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, and they cover up beautifully. You know, obviously you get the trifold cards. Let me grab them. These are Paper Mania ones, Do Crafts, and they're quite a nice weight actually, which is good. But yeah, they're the threefold, like so, which means that, you know, you can put your image in, and then the back, this bit obviously covers up all the mess. Well, it's not mess, but, you know, covers up the workings, if you like. So I thought I'd do one on screen with you. I love that one. So when I was planning, when I was doing the actual piece here, I measured out a 10 centimetre, pull that down. I made a window, if you like, and I knew the windows in here, in the actual cards themselves, are, I think it was 4, hold on, no, 6, yeah, they were 6 centimetres square. So I chopped out a 6 centimetre square out of a bit of card, and I know I like to leave a bit of an overhang, and I knew that would fit within the boundaries of the card itself. And this is really helpful for, you know, visualising, because you tend to want to fill the whole space, but actually you really don't need to. So with this, you know, you're going to get that effect. Okay, and I used Inktense pencils just to, you know, give the background some colour. Otherwise it would have been very white and blah, really. These are like that. Okay, so it really just helps you to focus. It's like if you're doing the these box things, these things with the Misty Fuse, cut yourself out a template of what actual size you want the lid, and move it around your work, and then see which is your favourite bit. So yeah, so I've just done all these, That's a little sewing one there. You seeing this? Yeah. And then that one there. Okay, and it really just helps. It really, really does. So I'm going to cut out and do one with you. And let's do the big flower. So it's handy, as I say, I drew the 10cm box. I just thought that way, I mean, you could mark the 6cm one inside as well, but I didn't want pencil lines, and so I didn't do it. Let's just chop this one out. I leave the whole background just because I do. That way, wasn't it? I mean, it doesn't really matter which way, as long as you get the... So it's going to look like that. So that's quite effective, isn't it? So inside, I've got this really strong Scotch tape which holds anything, basically. So what I tend to do is get this flat. I'm working on a bit of greaseproof paper because when I turn it over, I only partially expose the sticky stuff, and I didn't want it sticking to my table. I'll show you what I mean. So just make a window or a frame around the window. Come off. These are supposed to be non-stick scissors. Jury's out on that. This is exceptionally, well, not exceptionally, it's an inch wide double-sided tape. It's a really strong one. I really can't remember where I got it from. But for this kind of thing, it's perfect. Oh, I know what else I need to show you as well, so I'll remember that. I'll put it on the desk and then I'll remember. And then I just need a piece down the bottom here for when I do the final finishing off bit. And again, I'll show you what I mean. Right, make sure that's nice and securely down. Use your bone folder, but I just tend to use a nail. Okay. Partial exposure is like that. I don't use glue. It buckles the card like mad, and that drives me insane. So I totally expose these ones. Come here. Okay, I'll leave that one for now, because this is the nerve-wracking bit. Yeah, it's that way. It doesn't really matter. So basically it's hover, and what I want to do is definitely get all the background in. I'm not worried that the daisy is slightly chopped off. And just go down. This is why I'm working on greaseproof paper, because part of the sticky tape is exposed. I just want to try and get rid of those wrinkles. They might come out, so, and then just pull the tape out. It's a classic, you know, everybody, loads of people do it, so it's not something I invented. And of course you get stuck to everything. Let's have a quick look. Yep, that's fine. Cool. Okay, and the trick is to remember which one folds over. I nearly mucked up the bird one. So just the final bit at the bottom here, I'm just going to take that right off. Make sure I've got the fold right. Yep, I have. And then just place it over. This one's got metal elements on it, so I'm going to do it this way, because that was pushing out. Okay, and that's it basically. So I just stick a very simple sentiment on these. I leave them white. I don't do anything else to them, because a lot of people have bought them and said, oh, I'm going to put that in a frame. That's fine, yeah, whatever. So I did end up with a bit of sticky tape sticking out there, which is slightly annoying, but when I put the insert in, that'll hide that, because I always put a paper insert in. So there we are. Pretty, aren't they? Well, I think they are. Yeah. Oh yeah, the update was the mushroom. In the end, let me just tidy up this mess. I did do it on the machine. I've got too much hand sewing on the go at the moment, and I really want to keep up with that Brooke challenge at the moment. you know, presently. So yeah, so I just went in, hand stitched a load of French knots. Sorry, I put cellophane on it. I did a double border on it. It kind of needed it just to drag it all in. Sorry, you're not even getting all of this in, are you? There we are. So yeah, very happy with it. It's all finished. I always finish the backs off with the picture framers tape, so it just keeps it all nice and secure. So basically that now would fit straight into an A3 frame, and that's the way I like to do them. So I'll give you a quick up close without the light on it. Gave the mushroom stem a bit of movement basically. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. It's turned out really nice. And as I say, it was an old, it was a sleeve off of a shirt, so I've deliberately left that bit on, showing where the button-up bit on the sleeve was, which I thought was quite quirky. So that's that one. That's all done. So that's off my table now, so that's good. Because you end up with too much sometimes. Something else I forgot to show you yesterday, bear with me. It was an update on the other cards that I showed you. I'm just going to flick through really quickly. So they're all packaged now in their cellophane, which is all good. I still use this because, you know, when I'm at craft fairs and that, people, you know, they'll come along, haven't eaten a candy floss and still pick up your stuff. So I'm afraid I do have to still keep it in plastic. I'm not happy about it, but there it is. So these are some of them. True friends for gift. Those are the ones that I just left with nothing on. I just thought they'd be any occasion nice cards. Just going to do a quick flick. Warm wishes. That turned out alright in the end, actually. I was a bit like, meh, about that one, but it actually turned out alright. I think you saw these ones anyway. So yeah, there we are. So I've got a nice stack now, and then once all these are cut out and mounted, that will give me a lot of cards ready for my, hopefully I'll have one at Christmas, but we shall see. I've got some smaller versions actually, and I'm thinking about maybe doing, because they're the same size, I might do that one in a smaller one actually, because that's quite a small. But I do like the bigger card. No, I think I'm going to stick with the plan. Do the bigger card. I've also, don't know, what do you call it? It's not decoupage, it's the other one. Anyway, I got a massive piece of A3 card, a nice hammered card. So I'd collaged, that's the word. I'd collaged some tissue paper on it basically, and I'll cut it into a load of tags, big tags, small tags. And the current trend that I've been sort of picking up on is to do double tags. So obviously these aren't, you know, I need to chop the corners and that, but yeah, turn it into 2 tags and have a double tag. And here comes the sun, hurrah. So yeah, I'm going to mess around with those this afternoon, finish off these, as I say, and then I feel sort of relaxed that I've got a full, if suddenly a craft fair is sprung on me, I've got enough to, I'll stick those over there, I've got enough to turn up to a craft show with. I do need to make some more soaps. I'm been a bit slack at that, but never mind. That's those. Nothing else to update you on, I don't think. No. I say my biggest frustration, I have looked everywhere for that other one. That the one with the giant tags. I don't know what I've done with it. I hope I haven't thrown it out. I don't think I have. I don't throw out big things, and it was a big thing. It wasn't like, you know, I was going to lose it. So anyway, I'll carry on searching. I'll let you go. I'll finish these off. I'll show you them later. And then I am going to have a gel printing session this afternoon, because I cut myself a load of cardboard templates last night. You know, some nice squiggly edges. Because I'm very conscious that what I want to do is those pencil cases, whatever you want to call them. So I really want to get some nice big, I'll get my big gel plate out, and then I can do some nice big patterns to fit this template basically, because that's the and the back and the front flap of the, that's a pizza box, back and the front flap of the pen thing. And I also, I don't know if these are going to work actually, but I just thought, I've got all the shape dies, so I just chopped them out, and that was just the Craft thinlits, you know, the thin ones. So I just went through and cut out a stack of masks, well, template, words, yeah, anyway, them, and then I kept all the, these are the masks, stencils, oh dear, and I kept all the shapes that I cut out basically, so I'm going to use those as masks, and let's see what we can do, let's see what I come up with. Yeah, could be rubbish, could be really good. I've got all those really nice new paints, so I'm really excited to get going actually, but I want to get this little project out of the way and done, as I say, then I can sort of chillax and know that I've got some stuff ready in case we are suddenly told that there's a craft fair on somewhere. So yeah, anyway, that'll do. I'll catch you up later. I might show you a bit of gel printing, or if not, I'll definitely catch you up on what fabrics I've been up to. So have a lovely day, and I will see you all later. Got to do the dreaded shop this afternoon, so I'm delaying it as much as possible. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.